around too much. They do have Robbie alone in this site. No one really in a position to support him.
Now this turn around the corner, Verno's gonna spot the alternate IGL, but the call comes in to go back and deal with the flank. 3 players of Loud have moved up here. Cortezia to find it first. Some good shots out of him, and the support from his team has arrived. Loud a bit stuck in an impasse here, as Vrt opens some things up, but still taking their time. Spike a little bit toyed with at the same time that this flank continues to activate. Pancata causing problems while the rest of MIBR have to deal with the diffuser. No one's spotted this out. Osbos can't see top sight from his position. It's a bit of a disaster for him.
What does Loud have to get back in? Just a dart to go, but there's so many angles, such great crossfires to clear.
Oh, here it's going to be the Harbor ult into the site. Shenum finds the first kill. So MIBR hold their ground, and all of these stuns onto the ground, revealing some of MIBR's positions. Other Louds, on the other hand, trying to get back into the site. Osbos throws a couple of one-ways for himself to stall out as Kalanzine gets onto Raptor. These kills are going Loud's way, seemingly. Hold on. Loud just snatched this round away, but they need to get on the spike. And there's not a whole lot of time. It's not going to happen. Vrt has to get it for Osbos. As the game of chicken in mid-tube unfolds, again it's Luke Show, taking his moment.
He's so willing to make plays on the Omen. Now in mid, Shenum faces up, and Robbie's there to contain.
It's on stage to give one last showing for the fans this year. Osbos not connecting on those knives. It's a bit whiffy, and Robbie's up on top site to get 3.
Forced to go into A, but 3 players waiting for Loud.
They're going to try their best. MIBR dashing into sight, but again from above, it will be Vrt and Luke Show making quick work out of this MIBR squad. Kalanzine still lodged in behind Generator, so while all the attention turns towards his teammates, he's there to pounce. Shock darts can only do so much damage, and MIBR
sit on B.
Yeah, when you have the op, you're more willing to rotate through your own spawn and leave the op solo. So now the wall to start things off for MIBR. Osbos has to wait for the gas to run away. But a high-low in backside could prove challenging for him as more members of Loud filter into the site. 1-for-1 is all there's going to be at the start. And good work out of Verno and Artizine. The backup squad for MIBR absolutely lay out Loud and force Vrt onto a save.
I would have liked to see Loud play more off-site in that one. They know MIBR has been trying to fight deep into backside, so we're hoping to catch someone ahead of the team with that as 3 players out heaven.
But Verno's got his own Hunter's Fury. Osbos to find the first. And now Pancata trading things away as Loud sneak their way into sight. 3 kills, and Kawa sniping one away with the laser.
And now the wall back up, and the remaining players of MIBR split up and locked out.
Loud were really rewarded for the patience. Very different approach to the previous round where they fell apart.
And you see the wrinkle there is they're still flooding out into rafters like they did in that previous round, but they wait just that extra half second for 3 players to be able to group, to allow Kawa to fall back and get on a line where that Sovult is going to be super effective.
The Sovult was everything, right? Because players are trying to now run away from that ability.
Right here.
Look at Shenum all the way back in spawn.
Holding for this one, but the shots are there. Nicely done out of him. An adjustment from MIBR after seeing the mid look in the last round. This time Shenum absolutely crushes. But the operator still in play for Vrt. One for him. Robbie BK gets into the site. Louder right back in it.
And now Robbie has the lockdown as well. They can give a little space, fight back in with the ult, but without Osbos alive, there's no go factor for Loud on this exec. They have to reset, and if they go back towards B, they're walking into a very forward Viper in Pancata.
Good spot for Shenum. Unexpected down here, and Robbie under tube is going to find him. Artson pushed back away. Is he really going to go for the wraparound?
It's planted for it, but it's going to take so long. I think he expects Robbie to use the lockdown, and the time that will buy him would allow him to reflank, but it's so deep that he can't go back mid.
Oh, it's just a checkmate Killjoy ult.
Yeah, you can't run back into B main, or you get. He needs to stay here.
Yeah, his only hope is that Loud think he's back on yellow, so they don't stick the defuse immediately, which they don't. Now he starts sprinting forward and is fully heard. Some stuns to try and help him out on the angle, but Verno goes wide, already stuck at the half. And Loud will be able to take this for themselves. Just snuck around the other side of jail. Even though his teammates have fallen, he now has to get out of there, completely revealed up, and MIBR again in a 5-on-3. Let's see how they convert. Vrt and Pancata still looking for the moments, this time not connecting on the first shot. And that second kill is traded. Now what is Osbos doing? Dropping down, trying to Goomba stomp Robbie. But he's the one taken out of the equation. And another angle taken through a smoke. MIBR are playing completely on their own, and it's not going well. A lockdown to try and equalize. Verno still on top site. Trying to call his team to the win, but a one-on-one. Verdi's got to try and find this pocket back in the corner. Just barely enough for him. Time pressure now underway. First nano out. Trying to hear if there's a second. Has no clue where this final player could be. MIBR take the round, I guess. All things considered, a win's a win, Mimi.
Cortesia wins the round, but patience.
Alarm bot back online. Hands the information back over to Loud, but not in time to stop the plant from going down. Actually,
the combo, no, not enough.
Whole lot of damage, and now Osbos with the lurk. He doesn't have knives. He just wanted to get a kill, maybe find a gun. Even just the threat of him on the flank enough to force Kawanzin to turn around and hold him while the other three Loud members work their way forward. A pit covering the left side here. And time certainly taken. Robbie needs to get a little bit of confidence, take some of these fights, but he waits for his teammates to group up with him. Artson holding him down. And this hold is looking strong for MIBR. Osbos still going on a long flank all the way around the world. There's no way this operator survives it, because here is he. MIBR will take another.
This game has been either
for a vertical harbor wall, some chances to fight back into Snowman with that, but for now, taking their sweet time.
But Loud is so happy here. They have a 5-on-3, they're all grouped together. They'll just trade this one out and try to win. Only win condition for MIBR is that ult for Artson, and Osbos going crazy off of it.
Osbos right now with a lot of green in his face, nothing to look at. Oh my word, Pancata saves his teammate's life. There wasn't a gun in Luke Show's hands, but there is in Osbos's.
Where's the ult?
Still the spike being stuck. I don't think MIBR like their odds in this round. Artson calls to save it instead. Not going to have the chance. Get away from the circle of death as Osbos scale into the side, but Pancata manages the pick. Again, Louder finding every single kill as MIBR move in one by one by one. Artson realizes the error of their previous round, so wants to get up himself, get it done all on his own. And he's done good so far, but Pancata is still there in mid. And now backed into B main. Not a chance there for MIBR's.
They're going back.
Worst case scenario may just unfold. Couple of sheriffs in mid. Loud do not have their guns out. They think this turret is protecting them, but it's baiting them. And the dash is an extra layer of bait as Cortesia finds a shot on the outro. Osbos gets away with the majority of his HP. Sure, Loud might have this lurk and have the A site, but they're down a man.
So how do you play a 3v4 in your post plant? Someone has to step up and try and make the play. Catch someone off early. And Robbie fancies himself the man to do so. Tucks in a deep angle. A complimentary one with Verdi ready to swing from screen.
Robbie needs some. So what?
A galat!
Verdi just eliminates two. Now it's Loud in the lead. Robbie's still a problem in the corner here, and he does nicely. That's, I don't think any team, especially
like
rookies, wants to become
They're
that.
like a 100,000-mile Corolla. It's like, it'll get you there.
Man. And, well, it's not going to get them quite all the way to the B side. A bit of a breakdown under tube. The axle has been snapped in half.
More like 60K miles.
Yeah, only the newly replaced, I don't know enough about cars, Luke Show is going to get them back into the site. But we're in a 2-on-4 now.
Yeah.
It's not looking so hot.
MIBR ready with a double swing. Verdi goes up the rope and has a fight towards
Oh, this is bold.
Cortesia.
This is bold from Verdi. Nice spamber return fire out of Artson. Pushes Kawa away from the site.
Don't see how Kawa can win this. 1v3, just the Guardian would need perfection.
Especially with how MIBR are taking their time, playing for the utility. This is a comp that they've been playing for absolutely forever. Confident to default into this space.
And this is the kind of round that Loud loves to play. Leave Robbie alone, go for a 4-1. The problem is they actually haven't put very much pressure towards A and mid, so MIBR have a stack, and now they have an opener as well.
Nice angle up on the top with a boost in snow. 4 players ready to retake.
Verdi's
Get into
deep.
it quickly. Luke Show stunned up, knocked out by Artson. Our eyes move to Verdi. Trying to carve some way into the site. The rest of his team moving back towards A with Robbie BK on this lurk into Osboss. It's all over the place from Loud. Solo players trying to make some kind of a mark, but they just fall one by one, Mimi.
That kills the round. If Robbie kills Osboss, A's open. You can actually call that rotate, but I think it came too late.
In this direction. And now has to deal with the Blade Storm. Vct, the player to keep your eyes on if Loud are going to get into this round, especially now that Luxio has fallen. No more second wave of smokes, and now with the Blade Storm out of the equation, with shock darts raining down from above, it's just an Osboss clinic, and Robbie BK is way too far away to have any impact in the round.
Diffuse coming through.
Artson did not like that play.
No, big thumbs down.
That's tough.
Probably gets his. The man to finally put
Impact,
down Osboss. That's big.
Acquired.
Keep off of this.
Yeah, Louder putting down a lot of utility just to guarantee Robbie can get the spike on the ground. And
Robbie,
now
you're in
he's
a molly.
burning away, and I don't know if he knew.
Hello?
What just happened there?
He had the lockdown too. They won't have that tool anymore.
An absolute disaster. Now Cortesia up from top side finds the first, a little messy back yellow. But MIBR continue on towards the hunt. Push wall now to push these players back. The lockdown means there's no chance.
Save the guns, run away. It's done. I really want to see, when we watch back this round, Robbie's perspective on dying to the molly.
Flying into the site, shorty in hand. I mean, his team is not behind him. He just full took this with confidence, while the team slowly drones in around the other side of main. And now with the ping of the darts, Shenum finds his mark. Looking down from above is the Jet, as MIBR continue forward on the approach. And Kata held. Loud manage a kill.
But the pit is still up. They can just stick onto this spike for Verno.
And look at Osboss, he's still gliding down at them. There's just no real way to hold them and the spike at the same time. It is over, diffused, even as the kills go Loud's way. Towards Snowman with the fake smoke like you're talking about, and he's here. Beautifully done from Luxio. The rest of the team ready to escalate in towards mid. Osboss has the operator in hand, and with Cortesia locking down mid. I mean, this round is just all over the place. Great work out of Luxio. Keeping things afloat for Loud. That spike is still stranded under tube. Vct waiting, because there's plenty of time to play with. To allow smokes to be dropped down. Verno holds, but these two players of Loud have managed to retrieve the spike, have taken him out of the equation as well. And Shenum, who tapped into so much in the last round, now forced to do it in a 1-on-3.
Spike planted.
The paranoia to push him back. No chance in the world now that his spot's been given up. It is time to run, my friend, because they're closing in from every... The spike has now gone down.
The molly hit the wall and got stuck in it, I think. No, bounced off, went the other way.
A little bit hectic now, but it will be Vct, the sacrificial lamb, up forward on site. The first line of defense for Loud as MIBR gear up for the retake. Smokes in, utility to follow, and now the Armageddon enters the equation. Shenum is struck first, and MIBR begin to close in. Loud forced all back. Robbie's left on his own, goes down with the ship. The rest of Loud escapes the lifeboats, but they're not gonna have any impact from back there. Cow and Zine faced with too much. His paranoia has not afforded Loud all too much. Osboss sees the teleport and waits his moment. Ready for Vct up top too. I mean, he's just in the thick of things. A nice Hunter's Fury as MIBR continue to hold their ground on site. Cortesia up on top. And Loud with a lot of work to do to grab the spike and still plant.
Win condition, get the spike down, pop an ult for Pancata. But with MIBR so close, the second they hear that ult, they're going to be in position to flood forward. Verno has shocks, they have a dart, they have a molly. There's so many great tools for MIBR to tie this game.
MIBR thinking that was a fake perhaps, not wanting to overswing into them, so they wait for the plant.
And now here comes the pit, and this suddenly turns to almost an advantage for Loud.
This is so hard to work back in through. Spam from Robbie down to 3 HP.
Last player standing.
And Verno deals with him. Pancata forced to walk into the spit. Down low himself, the spam is good. That spike, still no pressure on it, but Shenum secures the kill away by Vct, and they've cleared a path into the site. Loud even on the half buyer, still finding their mark. Luxio takes his timing. And now this freestyle round out of Loud is paying off dividends.
And that's the Harbor dead. That's your most important player on these retakes. Loud fighting up this time. Verdi ready to contest against Cortezia, but he dies for it.
Still out in the open. But Pancada's picked up a rifle. Now he wants a chance at the turn. The delay as Shenum gets a kill from up on Raptors, again dominating on those angles. But MIBR, you can see they're a little bit reserved. Worried about all these close angles, waiting for Loud to come into them. And while this round started off looking a little bit sketchy, even against the light bite, is Shenum to see things through. 4-10. A drone through. Osbos still unseen. I'm not sure if that tagged him, but his teammate certainly was. Osbos takes his down, but now inside of the smoke, it's Osbos for 2. MIBR just eviscerate Loud in A main. We knew they were playing for a lot. Champ still on the line for MIBR.
Player standing.
And they're making every round count in this second half. Down 8-4 on their attack. They fight back round after round after round and put Pancada in an impossible position.
This defense has just been masterful from MIBR. They've played this comp for pretty much as long as you could think. For the majority of Brazilian teams who picked it up. The America's meta when it was Loud to invent it. But Osbos still here, still fragging 22 and 17 in this match.
Loud think of all the games this stage they've lost 2-1 on map score, 13-11 on round score. This seems to be another one more that just barely slipped away in a stage that was close, but ultimately not close enough. Pancada drops into the smoke. It's a summary execution. MIBR take map 1.
What a comeback that was. The retakes were impeccable throughout. The team play looked...
That was the adjustment we saw with Loud towards the end of the half on Icebox. They wanted to start playing much more forward in the post plants here. They've got a fault line held out. But Calzine chooses not to go for it. MIBR have taken their sweet time to try and check mid, see if there's a lurk going down. Archin just holding. But pretty soon, MIBR are gonna have to do something. I mean, surely it's gotta come. This fault line doesn't connect. The flash does force the turn, but it's a 1-for-1 at minimum. And now Loud have one player on every angle, closing around MIBR. The smoke protects the spike, but Luke Show's made his way in, pops in like a silent assassin. And by the time he falls, it is too little too late. Shenum can't do anything. Loud will take, but it does force Loud to accelerate into the stack. 3 players here, and that classic is doing damage. There's still 2 players in backside. Pancada and Calzine, brothers in arms, have to somehow get back in here. But it's now down to 30 seconds left. Calzine slips through the smoke. That'll be the first. But still, the support is a little bit slow, pulls away from the kill. And Osbos is taken down. So it's 2-on-2 now. Paranoia maybe a little bit early.
Spike planted.
As the spike is stuck through, but again, Verno catches a nice timing. And Pancada in a 1-on-2.
Phantom at his feet.
Early spam, switches over to the Phantom. Just trying to full bait it through, but he doesn't know if it's being stuck. At some point, he's gonna run out of bullets. At some point, MIBR are going to swarm, and it's Shenum picking in front of it. And then it does absolutely nothing, and that's exactly where Shenum is. First kill goes his way, but Verno's still under fire. And Loud have actually made their way into the site. Now numbers for them, a couple of guns on the ground to be able to pick up. Only Osbos repositioning back onto the site. This location's been revealed by the dart.
No follow-up, though. He's fine to hold this line.
No pressure onto the spike planter, except maybe some early utility that doesn't quite catch Calzine. The snake bite, Artson didn't have enough muscle behind it, so it comes up just shy, and Luke shows Guardian. The sole gun that came into the round continues to decimate MIBR. Cortezia now swung from every angle, left, right, high, low. And Osbos, who was first on the rotate, can't really do much unless there's just no way. A spam through smoke is
not slowing down.
Nope.
A chance for another eco with some hero weapons up.
Pancada all the way up in the front. The rest of the team a little bit slow to assist, but now they've arrived.
And a classic Loud round. Make noise with 4. Let the lurk work.
Nice shot from Osbos. And now MIBR continuing forward. Nice paranoia as well. Pushes Kalanzine away. And Luke Show in top mid. The player you highlighted is now facing exactly the wrong way. Shut away and...
Towards mid,
30
Kalanzine.
seconds left.
He'll have a fight against Cortezia.
And now Verno's been called over as well.
Very disciplined. Now just Verno.
Oh, they've abandoned each other though. The exact moment Cortezia falls away is when Loud move up into mid. And now they've gotten past these A players. 10 seconds left on the clock. Cortezia only with a Sheriff.
10 seconds left.
But all he needs is one true shot. Something to stop this spike from going down with his teammate getting the kill in spawn. That will be enough stall. And MIBR will take it. Not even the plant had insult.
Pressure in main.
Yeah, for a second I thought it was just going to be the util kill, but that would be maybe too flashy. Interesting that Loud want to play this round 4v5, 3v5. Something's telling me maybe they're not actually winning this round.
Don't speak too soon.
These top mid lurks is something that Loud have dipped into a whole lot. Previously it was Luke Show.
Okay, continue to speak too soon.
Uh-huh.
I won't tell any more
No,
lies.
I'm just not going to. We're just gonna let Kalanzine and Verdi walk into the angle. All of a sudden things are looking better for them. This is very curious.
Aspas is still just alone on this angle.
Last player.
He's gonna swing.
I'm just glad we finally had an honest round. You know, the team with the guns wins just like in mine. But Loud aren't really moving off of that. It's a little bit disjointed, a little bit slow getting in, but they have the rolling thunder, and here is Verdi going on through. Great utility into the corner. Nice shots from him as well. As Loud get their way onto the site, even a blast kill into spawn. Assisted by the leg tag out of Verdi.
With that info coming through, MIBR's positions are going to be revealed. Rotates are far away. They're hoping to get some kind of early kill and then could make a go of this round, but if they don't find an opportunity, I think it's going to turn into a save.
The wrap from Pancata as well. In there, the rest of his team taking their time. But now Osbos on the other side, overdrive activated. Still seeking his mark. And the spike down bottom. Trash is cleared by Cortezia. 1 for 1 to open it. Still no comfortable position in sight for Loud. That spike out in the open. But Pancata has an ultimate to recover. Seconds left on the clock. So much to do with the paranoia to push them back. And now creeping into the attacker's smoke. He is laid out. Artson can't stall this out long enough.
So a straight up 1v3 for him. He's been around the world on his rolls now. Back to comfort on the controller. Trying to isolate a fight, Pancata. The only one who could give it, but his own Viper Wall. Cuts Pancata off and maybe precludes him from a win in this round.
Two players tucked arm in main. Artson knows he has to look into it. It's a nice shot, but from MIBR, 35 seconds left on the clock. Luke Show snuck into the B site, but he doesn't have an angle on anyone just yet. And now with this paranoia coming down, Loud have made their mark. Artson, the only one to hold the line. And now that Luke Show snuck into Boba as well, the rotates can't even come in to stall away the spike. A Hunter's Fury try and punish Luke Show on the retreat to punish MIBR from rotating in, as a matter of fact.
Shannon needs to clear the close corner. A 1v1 against Luke Show.
Might have found a timing. That's nice from him. A smoke goes down, a paranoia traded. But now MIBR choosing to play apart. Osbosh and Shenum need to find their ones. But they're doing so slowly.
Aspas is still in CT. Finally starts to work his way out.
It's on Shenum here! And he rips Pancata's head off. Now Robbie with the dart to try and spam, but he's only got 11 bullets in the tank. Make that 8. This is being stuck through and he's got nothing.
Go. Okay.
That
Finally
dart went
lands off
right
the
there.
bounce.
And Osbos hits the floor. Verdi on the opener. There's nowhere really for Shenum to go. He barely slips away and Verno's there to hold him out. Great work from the leader.
Spike down A.
And this has kept things even after a tough entry.
These MIBR players are very split up. Artson making his play.
That is crazy. Look how far away Cortezia's on the map.
Where's Cortezia heading? Breaks the trip on the flank, now runs back through mid. Luke Show is low, but Loud aren't giving an isolated fight. They are fully holding hands in elbow, ready to trade each other out.
With this plant though, Cortezia can tap and try and get in front of the angle. He knows Cypher. At the very least, is played towards elbow. But that dart hitting him, that's more time added to the clock. Now he moves on forward, one for him, but a nice response.
Sun looks like it might be set up to path elsewhere, as there's going to be a very fast flank coming through once they show presence.
Shenum pushed up in mid, this B main push. Eliminated by Luke Show, now the one-on-one, Luke Show versus Shenum. That is, if Shenum doesn't manage to get out of here either way, Louder blitzing in towards the site. That's a bit all over the place, and Pancata here's the omen, oh no! It's a catastrophe. Now Luke Show,
Enemy remaining.
head posted. Is really the question.
Draw this round up.
A lot of arrows going all sorts of which way.
Spike planted.
This should surely be MIBR's time to tie it up. Birdie's stuck in a corner with no health. And Cortesia makes it quick. MIBR start to think that, okay, the brunt of Loud is not actually towards A, and they set their attention on mid instead. 3 players in a crossfire towards top mid.
Ooh, the double swing. Osbos destroys the supporting staff of Loud. And now Shenum here on the offline. That's going to be 1, that's 2. And this round slips away from Loud in just a moment.
Same scenario as the previous, where it's Verdi left in an unwinnable clutch.
MIBR just had exactly the right position to punish Loud going for the fake.
Loud have seemed to really struggle in these rounds where their initial ideas exploded a bit and then get caught off guard by Sun mid in this round. So they're Neon up early, they're just ripping an ult here.
And Artson gets a kill even before the Rolling Thunder. The wall goes down.
The door's closed too.
Because the Neon is killed, she can't get through the wall quickly enough. And now MIBR have 3 players already on backside. They've got 2 more on the way. Just one after another. They start to move on forward. Osbos comes on through the overdrive, lines them up, and Louder holding their own. 3 kills as they lock themselves into the site. Shenum just holding the left side, wasn't anywhere close.
Where's
right now?
How many can he get?
First one. Oh no!
Oh no! He doesn't hit a shot!
Ah, it's bad. It's just not what you want to see.
Oh, they're gonna lose the round 2.
And Osbos lands a couple of nice shots, but he's on 13 HP. There's nothing more you can do than that. Surely not. Not even the time to plant the spike if there were. 4 kills for Kalanzine on the round. Have the camera to click into actually after he's taken the fight first.
Okay, we break trick number 1.
Osbos has a kill towards Shop. Things looking good for MIBR at the start here, especially now with Luke Show down on nothing, getting pushed around the back. And Osbos isn't done just yet. MIBR, aggressive to a fault sometimes in these post plants, but when Osbos is turning flashes like that, lined up for 4 kills, and having 8 still with the option to threaten the cross from Market. Luke Show is completely left alone. Almost drags it over for a 2nd kill. It's Cortesia. Angles forward, Robbie's there.
His team's still Market. Finally, they're going to make their play into sight.
There's
and now
not
it's
a lot of
Robbie
time.
who's a bit isolated.
Everything sort of on Osbos now to pinch down into Robbie. The Rolling Thunder just a little bit too late, countered out on the other side. Everybody's stunned up, but it's Loud. They're up a man when all is said and done.
Spike planted.
Now doubled up into Market, coming in for the swing. Looked close.
Pancata's finally here. He brings the paranoia. But Chanam's gonna be able to try and isolate a fight. He wants to play close on this smoke and kill them as they come through.
Oh, I like his odds from back here, but Verdi on a little fadeaway. Much post timeout. Drone goes in, although I guess 3 players aren't going into Market and closing the door behind him, but it means that trip hasn't been shattered.
Fight for B main? That'll shoo the Cypher away, but which way does MIBR want to go on this fight? 3 players ready to duel top mid.
I mean, there's just no way this goes well for MIBR unless they're finding spam kills to lead. It goes wonderfully. As soon as that crossfire is broken with Cortesia left around in mid, this round just falls apart.
Loud in the first half put such a premium on, or rather MIBR on fighting into mid on.
Exaggerate the defense onto A, now with the Guardian. I mean, it's just not gonna happen. He's pushed back. It doesn't even matter if there's a paranoia. Osbos is still finding the tracers through the blind.
Cortesia continues to get value on these mid larks, both in this round and in the last. Has a 1v2, but he's good at isolating these fights, and he's gonna do so again. There's one, and the second looks easy for Cortesia. to flawlessly win this
How
anti-eco.
about mid somehow tag him? It does certainly feel like Kawazine is fully aware of this. They're holding for it.
Did he see the edge of Ospas or just a suspicion in the back of his head?
Seems
Either
like
way.
they must have. Now with 30 seconds left onto the
30
clock,
seconds
MIBR
left.
inching forward, hoping that one of these fights will eventually go their way. Cortesia to challenge and to find. And now the spam kill too. What is going on? Both teams playing with seemingly unlimited awareness.
And no smokes, no breach. This retake became a hell of a lot harder.
That's Luke Show laying down the neural theft information of 2 players elbow, 1 player back on slant. Cortesia under immense pressure and taken out of the round. Now Verno not finding the same success with his own Hunter's Fury, but will manage to kill at the end. Shenum too. But the spike is pulled away from and Shenum takes 2. But MIBR choosing to be a bit more reserved. Want to play behind their utility
That
instead of
drone
getting in
did
front.
not see Cortesia, but no one's heading this way. Instead, they all group CT.
Yeah, nothing really to be gained there. Keep your eyes on Verno. He's been full spotted out, wanted to get active up on the line towards shop. Same thing out of Artzen. I mean, MIBR are looking for a little bit much here. Birdie has 2 with the Stinger. And already some pressure onto the spike. These MIBR players stuck back into elbow. Are you joking?
Yeah, round's over. There's no one who can stop the defuse.
Yep.
Another
Thrifty.
50.
3 members of Loud recalled to deal with Shenum, and even they can't do it without going 1 for 1.
And for the small cost of losing 2 players to kill Shenum, you've also completely lost the A site and your smokes player.
Let's see if the post plan is better for MIBR this time around. If they even get to plant the spike, because Verdi's already in the thick of things. Now, a moment to breathe.
Spike
But
planted.
Kawazine realizing that his lurker is 1.5 miles away. Doesn't want to wait too long to get back in.
Luxo has to break a trip, so they know Cow is alone.
Cow already up in front. Already trying to track against Verno, but it's not going to hold. Luke showing a 1-on-3, brought it down already. But look at where Ospas is playing back into spawn. I mean, good luck. Not a whole lot you can do. Cortesia already peeked the spike again, so Luke has to get back onto the spike. He's so worried. There's so many angles. And the second he makes his mind up, an ultimate to work with. There's a stun line being held. Another one of these pesky thrifties. Purdy into the thick of things, and Artzen mows them down. This round is cooked. Cortesia in mid will fall to the soul gun purchased. So Luxo keeps some options alive. Kawazine in backside drops. And now a Viper's Pit to lock things up, keep tabs on shop as probably BK on 0 HP creeps straight into it and is promptly taken out of the picture. MIBR on series things as Ospas has worked his way all the way up into Boba. Robbie BK stabs him in the back and gets 2 kills. The new addition to Loud in stage 2. Coming over after not having an opportunity post kickoff in Europe. Now boxed up with MIBR approaching from every angle. He's again found a moment to pounce 4 kills. Proud of the leader. That spike out in the open. Cortesia recovers it.
Flank coming through main. It's the rookie in a 1-on-3.
Utility up in his face. The flank around the corner to slide. He's done well to bring it close, but 5 bullets in the chamber. That won't be enough.
1.
1 to do it all, to wrap things up here.
30 seconds left.
Has to be patient, and he is. 25 seconds now.
And the door's open. He can run to A.
He's out. He's slipped through the crack, and he's holding for it. Cortesia says no. This ends here. MIBR take it off the back of the rookie.